Our character concept today is forged by the gods. The gods decide to have a contest among themselves, as they do sometimes, not of a creation of objects or even worlds, but a single individual.
Which is totally badass.
Oh yeah. Each god creates a person who is instilled with their qualities and values of their deity, and they are each placed into the world as a small child who does not know where they are from.
Ooh.
As they grow, each person seems to have a certain amount of luck about them, or seem to be above normal men.
Snooty bastards.
But they can back it up.
I mean, yeah.
Deities compare the qualities and deeds of their creations. The gods themselves cannot directly interact with them, but that does not mean they can't find subtle ways to support them, or hinder those of their rivals.
I just want to say this is an amazing concept because every person at the table could totally have a character like this, and they could all put them just together like this. And then you have now, say you have 3 players, you now have 3 deities who are all constantly looking at each other like, hey, you see my little boy right there? He's doing great. He's doing better than yours.
Oh my god, they're like just watching. Oh my god, it's like Hercules where they're standing over a bowl watching him like, that's my boy!
Look at that. I bet yours can't do that. Ha! She just did a triple backflip, stabbed the guy in the neck. What can yours do? Mine can fly. Well, shut up.
He can't fly if I cut off his wings. So this is really intriguing because this is very much, and actually it came up earlier, I'm a huge Percy Jackson fan, and this is very much in line with what's going on in that series.
Yeah, but in Percy Jackson, they're demigods, so...
Well, similar. I mean, they're creations here. They're not offspring, but...
I want to also say, I feel like this takes a lot of inspiration from, what's that new D&D supplement that's coming out soon?
Thoros?
The Odyssey of Theros.
Yeah,
Theros
that
or
one.
whatever.
Yeah. And I was so excited about that.
It would really fit that.
And it's just...
I mean, once again, he's talking about creations, but you could easily change that to offspring and demigods.
Yeah, and that'd be, like, so fun. Like, wow, this is great.
What do you think, Casey?
I think it's really cool. And it'd be kind of cool if, you had that contest idea behind it. So it's kind of like your players are competing against each other, but they don't know it.
Yeah. And then there's other people competing against them as well.
Mm-hmm. Which are quite literally deities.
Now, and this is great. The reason I also like this is because we know the characters are stronger than most of the things that they come up across. This could be a good story reason for that. They aren't just people. They are slices of divinity or some shit.
Yeah,
and I mean,
have that divine spark in them.
And that fits with, like, the traditional theme of the cleric and the paladin. Well, the old paladin, not so much the new paladin.
Yeah.
But you can pepper that in there, that maybe the cleric, his god is cheating a little bit and giving a little bit of something extra.
He's like, oh, you're going to do some great things, buddy.
Helping him from the sidelines when he's not supposed to.
Hades is looking over like, you fucking cheating.
Because really, once again, I hate to go back to the Percy Jackson thing, but that's kind of what's going on, is the gods aren't supposed to directly help their offspring.
Yeah,
it's
but
actually in Clash of Titans, the new one, where Zeus couldn't directly help him, but he gave him like a super magical, powerful sword. I was like, dude, that's like direct help, man.
It's like, it's not my fault if I just toppled this entire mountain onto one of them.
It was an accident. I farted. No,
I stubbed my toe. I can't help it.
I think Casey's right. The greatest comes from what the DM does with the rivalry.
Yeah. That's where a lot of the story elements will probably come into play.
And I think you can do a lot with that.
Because they're deities. Yeah. They can kind of do
whatever they want. And it doesn't have to be like, you could even take, I'm going to go back to the Greek theme and the all that stuff. Hercules had like 3 trials he had to overcome. There could be 3 trials that could be
12 actually.
Whatever, okay?
The match number 3.
You get what I'm saying. There was a certain number of trials, and maybe that's what's driving the story is they have this inner push to do this. They don't necessarily know what it is. I think, did Hercules know what he was supposed to do? He just knew he had to do a mighty test of strength or something, right?
Well, actually, the king who hated them had to give him 12 tasks. Okay, what's my next one?
But anyways,
so he did kind of.
I envision it more of they have this pull to do something, but they don't know why it is. And maybe part of the story unfolds is that they're trying to accomplish these, and every time they do, maybe that's how you do the leveling up. Maybe you do the milestone system, and every time they achieve one of these, these goals, they level up, and at the end, there's this big whoever's left kind of. What is the stupid Katniss show?
You're talking about
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games,
Very
yeah.
much a Hunger Games thing with like heroes, which I know Ian would be a super fan of.
Yes, I
I know
would.
he loves like just let's duke it out, bitches. So I don't know. I think we
This would be-
spend.
Yeah, this would be a great thing to have, like, the ending of the campaign isn't some big bad guy. It's all the gods looking down at you guys and it says, now kill each other.
Oh, we got one slot to become a god. Which one of you are gonna get it?
Yeah, like, that would be
awesome.
way cool. And, of course, everyone, again, they would all have to agree there's going to be a PvP moment at the very end. Everyone, beware of that. I mean, because, you know, obviously with some tables, PvP is kind of frowned upon. So,
Yeah, not at my table.
And I'm
fucking banish. I'm looking at you.
like, I mean, you know, whatever.
And I'll admit, this concept, the two main inspirations was how in one of the comic book origins for Wonder Woman, yeah, how that goes.
I like
One of them.
Yeah, she was originally a clay statue, and Zeus basically blessed it into an actual person.
I wonder how he blessed
So
it.
weird.
Because we know what he does with as a
everything
swan and
else.
shit, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, with how he blesses everything else.
Now she ruined it. Yeah, and the other one was like the 20 Primarchs from the Warhammer 40k.
Okay.
The good inspirations.
Essentially, the Emperor of Man basically splices genetic code into 20 suns, and they were accidentally sent across the galaxy. Where they
dope.
each then create various feats and stuff. Like, and they also mature very quickly. My 3-year-old son is now 8 feet tall.
What happened?
So I think that'll do it for our character concept, Forged by the Gods. Hey, thank you so much for all your support and watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. We are the hosts of the Crit Academy, a Dungeons & Dragons discussion podcast.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button.
And be sure to ring that bell. Get our latest content as we toss it out there, and it's good stuff.
Everyone loves fat loots and great D&D inspiration. Keep your blade sharp and spells prepared, heroes.